The 3rd Gen AMD Ryzen processors are the most advanced desktop processors in the world. They feature the highest single and multi-threaded performance, making them ideal for gaming, streaming, and content creation. These processors are PCIe 4.0 ready, so when paired with the X570 platform, they provide double the graphics and storage bandwidth. Like all previous Gen AMD Ryzen processors, the new 3rd Gen processors are also unlocked and now feature one-click automatic overclocking. Let's take a look at these features in better detail. One of the important metrics that indicates how good a processor is for gaming is the single and multi-threaded performance. The 3rd Gen AMD Ryzen 9 3900X offers equivalent performance in 1080p and 1440p gaming performance when compared to the top processors from the competition. AMD's new Game Cache feature enables 21% better performance in gaming. The 3rd Gen AMD Ryzen processors are built using the world's most advanced 7nm manufacturing process, which allows it to not only reduce power consumption but also improves IPC performance while doing so. Compared to the Zen architecture, which was introduced with the 1st Gen Ryzen processor, the 3rd Gen Ryzen processors have an IPC improvement of 15%. For example, the Ryzen 7 3700X offers 56% better performance per watt compared to the competition 9th Gen Core i7 processor. The X570 platform is currently the only one to support PCIe 4.0 natively. There are already plenty of SSDs in the market which can take advantage of the increased bandwidth provided by PCIe 4.0. A single PCIe 4.0 based NVMe SSD using X4 lanes can go up to 5000 Mbps, and with multiple SSDs in RAID 0, you can even experience data transfer speeds of up to 15,000 Mbps. As of now, the Aorus PCIe Gen 4 SSD, Corsair Force Series MP600 SSD, and Galax HOF Pro SSD are the only ones to support PCIe Gen 4. The new 3rd Gen AMD processors make use of a chip design within the processor. The communication between these components is via PCIe 4.0 based Infinity Fabric. Hence, there is a direct benefit to the processor performance thanks to the PCIe 4.0. To make the most of this, it's ideal to use DDR4 RAM rated for 3600 MHz. The AMD Processor Stack is segmented on the basis of performance, and the model numbers are clear indicators of the same. The very best in the SKU stack, which offers the ultimate performance, are the Ryzen 9 processors, followed by the Ryzen 7 for high-end machines. Then there are the Ryzen 5 processors for mainstream usage scenarios. For day-to-day basic computing, the 2nd Gen as well as the 3rd Gen Ryzen 3 processors are still optimal. Ryzen processors with the G suffix, such as the Ryzen 3 3200G and the Ryzen 5 3400G, do not require a discrete graphics card, which makes them ideal for customers who want to upgrade later or wish to save money. Please ensure that the motherboard recommended for such builds have the required display connectors. The X570 motherboards are the best choice to make the most of the 3rd Gen AMD Ryzen processors. However, customers can also use the previous platforms because the AM4 socket has been retained throughout the Ryzen series of desktop processors. Due to certain architectural limitations, some combinations do not work. Please refer to the compatibility chart shown here to recommend the appropriate motherboard based on the chipset which is compatible with the processor. AMD Ryzen Threadripper still maintains a lead in the workstation segment. The Threadripper 2990WX, 2970WX and 2950X are still the go-to processors for such workstations. Paired with the right TR4 motherboard, the AMD Ryzen Threadripper processor still provide the high core count and massive memory pool thanks to quad-channel DDR4 ECC memory support to give content creators the right platform to render, encode and export quicker than any other platform in the market at the moment. It's always best to advise the customer based on their workstation needs. Ideally, the recommended hardware sheet for the primary software that the customer will be using should be referred for making customizations. That being said, the following configurations are designed to make the most of the platform.